Hi, in this series of video demonstrations we're going to be using Fusion 360 to create moving models of our mechanical design ideas. In this second video we're going to be looking at how to use the sweep function to extrude more complex shapes along a set path. To help us demonstrate this, over the series we're going to be modelling this punch mechanism, and in this video we're going to be looking at how to extrude the complex shape of the split pins. We're going to start off by sketching our shape that we want to extrude. So we're going to select the XY plane. You can see by the grid on the background which plane we're looking at. So there we go, that's selecting the XY. For this split pin we're going to draw a 2mm diameter circle. Because it's such a small item we're going to zoom in so we can see it better. And then we're going to split this circle in half. Once we have two semicircles, we're going to offset that center line by a very small amount, so we're just going to go with 0.01, so a very small amount. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So if we offset again, we're going to offset that one, and we're going to go 0.01 on the other way now. And we can finish the sketch, and what we'll have is these two slightly less than semicircles, and they're the bits that we're going to extrude. We're going to extrude this shape to 10mm, and when we do extrude it, we're going to make sure that we extrude it as a new component, not a new body. A component can be moved and interacted and joined with other components, a body can't. So it is important that this is a component, not a body. Next we're going to create a path for our next extrusion to follow. So we're going to create the head of the pin. So we're going to create the path on a perpendicular plane. So we're going to use the YZ plane, and we're going to zoom in nice and close to our pin so we can accurately draw a path for our extrusion to follow. If we zoom in, we can then use the more accurate grid to ensure we've got a symmetrical path using the grid. But for this shape we're not going to close it up, so we're going to end it there. We can then choose an isometric view to see the model in 3 dimensions, and we're going to extrude one of these semicircle faces along the line. So we're going to select sweep from the create menu. The profile has already been selected, so that's the profile, the face we're going to extrude, and then select path, which is the line we wanted to extrude along. Check that it says operation join, and then that one is okay. Next we're going to loft the two faces, so it's that face and that face, which means it'll automatically create that join between those two faces there. So what we've got now is our continuous shape for our split pin. There's 2 new ways we've looked at of creating a 3D extrusion. One is the sweep command, which follows the path, and the second is the loft command, which allows us to create a 3D solid between 2 faces. Next we're going to create a line for our next extrusion to follow, which will be the split end of our split pin. We can then use the sweep command again to extrude that surface along that line. Ensure the operation is join and then click OK, then repeat the process on the other side. I can then name the components and give it an appropriate material.